Hi everybody, here's Krystian and I'm from TeamworkCast.
And this is Gereon, and I'm a guest of TeamworkCast.
Yes, and this is a regional from Cologne. This is the regional from Cologne Hiveworld. There were multiple regionals in Cologne. And so this is now we're approaching the finals slowly. I think this is the semifinals.
Fifth round. Fifth game.
So the fifth game of the top 8, yes. Yeah. So we have on the right with Agendae, which an HB deck, which we saw previously. He defeated me with the HB deck. I love that HB deck, by the way. It's very weird. I've been playing it ever since a little bit. Very weird, difficult to deal with, difficult choices here.
And it was especially refreshing to see HB represented in a top cut again.
Absolutely.
After all of the yellow...
after the yellow flood. You would maybe see the thing that is kind of like a precursor, the trailblazer for the downfall of NEH.
Yeah.
On the left we have Bitstream. I think we saw it on previous game as well. I'm not sure if this with this deck though. This is the Valencia deck.
I think we saw it. It's a blackmail, DDoS, false echo combo thing, I think.
Interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to see how this fares. I know that Agenda for sure said that this HB deck was the one that he had more confidence in. Because it was the one deck that he constructed himself basically. So yeah, Valencia means that he starts with a bad pop, but HB gets a credit every time the first time he installs something each turn. So he gets a credit here. Didn't he got a credit?
He's missing a credit.
Yeah, I think he's missing a credit. Immediately making mistakes. Yeah. Beautiful. I think maybe he drew a card.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be a
team sponsorship. Yeah.
No trash from Valencia here, running HQ. Finding an APD contract. I mean, he actually scores it, but is that really important?
Yeah.
He can pay the bad pop to score it, so he gets more and more credit. But the weird thing about this is that it's very difficult to score in this matchup because the one bad pop makes you have to advance it one more time for one bad pop. So I think Agenda is not really unhappy with this losing this. Like if he has to lose Agenda, that's going to be probably this one.
Yeah.
So there's Cyberdex, which he gets also trashed, and Sexy Bots. And then over to Agenda. It's starting from HQ and gets a bunch of credits.
Good old corset economy.
Love that Armitage code busting. Yeah. Busting some codes for the Armitage something. I don't know.
That's actually true. That's what the reference is.
The busting codes.
Busting codes for Armitage. It's a Neuromancer reference.
Is Armitage a guy?
Yes, a guy in Neuromancer.
I read that. This is a long time since I read it. I probably should reread it. All right, and that is going to be the Liberate accounts. Or Liberate account without an S, I think. And yeah, so gets a bunch of money here. Can use a click to get 4 credits. Crazy good. And here's Agenda doing the rush that this deck is supposed to do, installing something there and hoping that Bitstream cannot run it. I mean, he has probably blackmail. Bitstream is currently sorting out his credits. I mean, when you're dealing with thousands of credits, it's easy to lose track of it.
I love how you use thousands and 5,000s.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It makes more sense for the corporation than it makes for the runner, but it's still fun.
Blackmail into the new remote.
Yep. Forcing the blackmail. Oh, and of course that was the Sexy Bots. But Sexy Bots gets trashed, and he had to lose blackmail, so that's nice. And Clot. Nice. I like the preemptive Clot here. I don't know if you watched any games of Agenda, or maybe they've been matched up in the Swiss rounds. But
Sorry, I was listening to what they're saying because Martin again forgot to use his pet pub credit. And someone in the audience from the bystanders was reminding him.
Yeah.
And I was reminding the audience to keep their mouths shut.
No, keep it safe. No, not disturbing. Give those players their mistakes if there's not...
Because bad pop is purely optional, and it's something that he should think of for himself.
That's true. Especially if you're playing Valencia, it's like you don't have the excuse that I never played with Black Plug before. Your deck is centered around this. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it's late. On the other hand,
I mean, this is on a Saturday. And I think Martin told me he was playing this deck since Thursday.
Okay.
So actually, he's pretty inexperienced.
So that's his excuse. Okay, that's
it's his excuse, but nevertheless, outside assistance, can't have it.
What is going on Agenda's side? What is this?
Wow.
Is that...
Is
that he slow rolls that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. No blackmail by
slow rolling
by
a food behind a single piece of ice.
Crazy. Meanwhile, Bitstream has the hotel out, so he draws 2 cards at the beginning of each turn, 3 times. Wow, what a ballsy play by Agenda! I'm great.
I mean, he was betting on Martin not having a second blackmail on hand,
or maybe thinking it's an NAVD.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought the Clot has to go, but it's not in the current.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a glary card here, but that's going to be medium.
Is it? Yeah.
And the daily casts. And getting credits from the Armitage. So, there's...
I'm a little unsure about the Clot play. I mean, is Clot really doing anything against an HB deck like this?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
There's Biotic
Biotic into beta tests.
Yeah. And also, Biotic into beta tests would be devastating for this.
Yeah.
Because that kind of shuts you down completely. Or at least you have to really play around this then if that happens. So that was a good choice here. And especially in case of Agenda, he has like this very rushy deck that, fast advances, installs something in front of, and the run ice early. So the Clot here really just stops one avenue here.
But how many 3-2s is he going to play? I mean, we saw the NAPD, we saw Global Food.
Mm-hmm. And the other ones...
So there's 3 ABTs, obviously.
Yes, and the rest is filled up with
2 Vitruviuses. Yeah, that's...
I mean, it's not his main avenue. He can just score out normally, as he just did. But it's kind of really nice, especially as a game closer, to be like, you thought I'm going to continue scoring here. Nope, I'm just ending the game right there.
That's true.
Same old thing on the side of Bitstream.
Basically a cornerstone of the deck because he needs to be able to blackmail again.
So now, like, Agenda is kind of like, it would be very weird for him to fast advance to install something in the server now, and so that's why he fast advances now with the Biotic Labor. You resist the Cyber Deck Virus Speed to purge tokens. Actually triggers the ABT now because he has the team sponsorship. 2 eyes being installed, an Eli, and the other one is
Turing.
New server, Turing, and then it's having something inside the Turing server.
The Clot still needs to go. Hopefully someone notices.
Rethinks this a little bit. That's okay. Actually trashes the Adonis campaign.
Adonis in favor.
I like this. This is a really serious server right now. And we have
past me, please. the Clot is still on because
I will remember. Come on, this was good. Nobody thinks that. Hopefully, that would be very awkward.
I mean, I know that I was sitting next to Agendae. I was a judge in the TO.
Yeah,
it's a little bit awkward, right?
It's kind of like you're on the line. Your reputation's on the line right there. But are you also the kind of judge who insists of putting a token on this if there's a Grimoire out?
No, I'm not.
Second medium, I think we saw previously this deck, yeah. That's kind of like the cornerstone. He wants to have like the medium deep dig. And that is what... finally!
Finally.
Oh, relief! And my helpful hand also putting the agenda. Alright, so that is going to be a turntable. Oh, it's kind of nice. You can turntable away the Global Food Initiative. There's not going to be any 1 point agendas problem. Although, I think there is one. I think the last time I played this, there was a one... what's this? The face? The Future is Now.
Oh, yeah.
And I think this is kind of like a... This might be a very desperate play by Bitstream here. Because usually the amped is like for the win, like when you know exactly... oh, nice! He plays it to get into the server because now he can click through. He can score now, and now he can actually switch it for the global food initiative. So this is good. Equalizes the agenda points, but it cost him a lot. 1 brain damage. Is it brain damage? It's brain damage,
it's a brain damage. Yeah.
So he lost the second amped and a blackmail. A lot of clicks. At least he can get out the daily casts. But that's the brutal thing about agenda stack. Like he can just continue. Like the servers are not gone, so he just continue. The blackmail is still there. There you go. You can continue putting cards in those servers, and you cannot check them every turn. Like this was a one thing only by Bitstream. You cannot do it again.
On the other hand, he has already 2 of his mediums out, so
yeah, that's true.
It's basically showing his game plan. He wants to steal everything from R&D.
I think Agenda was already familiar with the game plan. I think word was running around that those types of decks were
especially since 2 guys were basically playing the identical decks.
Yeah. And the other one is Axel, which is waiting in a finals for whoever wins this one.
He's waiting for the winner of this game.
So this is basically the finals from the lower bracket from the fun bracket.
I think so, yeah.
Both players lost at least 1 game previously, and now they're fighting their way back into the finals. All right, draw. 2 Sport Stoppers there. And drawing 2 Sport Stoppers in a row is not what you want to see. At worst, somebody really wants him to draw cards. RNG's, the signal is there. Yeah, alright, Sport Stopper. I mean, the Sport Stopper in here is scout protection, but also you can use during your amped thing, right?
Yeah,
that's the idea.
It gives you food for Faust. I think that's the idea.
Oh, that's also possible. All right, so that is going to be the score of the. I said it.
The Future is Now.
The Future is Now. The thing is, like, we don't know what Agenda is getting with those things, and I wonder myself, like, would you get Agenda now?
He's so low on money.
Yeah, he cannot fast advance it, right?
He can't do anything.
But he could put it in a server here and try to go for the win.
He could, yeah.
But he doesn't have the clicks anymore, so it has to stay on his hand for at least 1 turn.
So he could do install take 2.
How did that work? Isn't this 3-1 Agenda?
Yes, it is.
I think it might have been a misplay.
Oh no, it's that's the install from the team sponsorship.
Ah, of course. Silly me. Oh, that's so great! He can get the agenda and install it immediately. Oh, crap! That value.
Yeah.
All right, so amped up. Bitstream, I think, smells the bacon. He sees that Agenda is about to run away with this game. So he goes for the desperate plays. Now comes the brain damage. Second brain now.
Yeah, trope.
That's not
Not
important.
going to need that anymore. Yeah.
Same old thing, blackmail?
Same old blackmail into the...
Oh, he actually goes in the server, wow. So if that was an agenda, he can get it.
Spend 3 click.
Oh, but it is the advanced assembly line. He reses it. He cannot use it to install something now, but he at least can res it to get the money.
Trash it to get the money.
Yeah, sorry. No. Res it to get the money.
Res to get money.
The trash is for installs.
Yeah.
It's up to Bitstream to trash, and I think he does. And then installs a clone chip. So this is great. Look at the agenda being all up in the money again, just with this one res. I love the advanced assembly lines in this deck. That's what really impressed me, especially because it interacts so well with the architect, which is also in this deck, where you can get him back, install him again, then use them again to install something. And they also really work great with the team sponsorship. You can just shuffle them back and forth. You earn money while doing this.
That's
fuel your
really
identity.
Beautiful combo.
It's so nice. And also, it's because you're constantly installing new cards. You keep the runner asking, like, is that an agenda now, or is that? It's horrible. It's the worst thing, especially if you're relying on those tricks, those one tricks situations like here to get on the server. It's like you wasting all those tricks to get on the server.
Yeah.
Difficult situation for Bitstream.
Yeah, he's also pretty low on money.
But Agenda now, now follows up with the install and the 2 installs in the server actually. Oh, he has the monetary advantage. This could be an Ash. And that would be basically GG. And Bitstream agrees. He says, like, yeah, that's probably over now. I mean, you could run click, 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 click. But then the Ash would keep it out. Difficult one. He cannot even, like, turntable reliably anymore. Because whatever agenda he will see will probably be at least 2 points. Difficult. Really difficult now. He actually runs on R&D.
Clicks through the Eli. I mean... yeah. But he spent 6 credits on installing those 2 mediums.
Yep.
And they were
never fired.
For nothing.
They were never fired. The ABT was really good.
Yeah.
The ABT, the fact that he was able to get rest ice is
that's a hard counter against those DDoS decks.
Last click I had worse. Nice commentary here. Then Agenda goes on scoring the project with Rubius as expected. Yeah, so a hard counter as we saw. Finding ABTs is a good thing against those decks.
Yeah. And I mean, Martin didn't see any of his important combo pieces. The 2 mediums are also important, but more important for him is to see his DDoSes, his blackmails, and particularly his false echoes.
Yeah, and I think his deck does have solutions for already rest ice. Like I think he has cutlery or something, or parasites.
And he has Faust.
He has Faust as well. So like these things would have helped. We saw this one turn. We was drawing 4 cards and just saw like a lot of more card draw.
More card draw. 2 spot hoppers, and I've had worse in a row.
Yeah, and he had to. I really like the idea that Agendae was, because Agendae has like this rush kind of deck, that he kind of forced Bitstream to waste like his tricks, like the amped up to get into the servers.
And especially the brain damage of the amped up hitting the other amped up.
Well, that's the problem with Amped Up, that's the danger you get yourselves into when you play this.
Exactly.
I love it. This is a very nice Anarch card. Yeah. All right, so that means that we're gonna see Agendae once more time in the
finals. Yeah.
Okay, let's see about that. And as always, hack the planet!
Hack the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Shit on me.
This episode of Netrunner TeamworkCast was created with a generous support from our listeners. If you enjoy the show and you can't get enough Netrunner videos, please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/hacktheplanet.